Right, dickheads. The other day, I was watching some Callum's Corner videos. No clue why. Anyway, in the recommendations, I got Afghan Dan's diss track on Callum entitled Tic Tac Business. I decided to have a little rewatch of that for some nostalgia, look back on it. Next thing I know, I've binged half the BGMedia catalogue and I've found out that they're still uploading to this fucking day. So that's what this video is going to be. We're going to take a little look back at BGMedia, what they're doing now, and take the piss out of it, really. First off, looking at the channel page, you can see that the logo's changed. It's fucking wank now. I prefer the old one. We can see that the last three videos have been songs from Afghan Dan. He's fucking carrying the channel now. Let's have a look at the newest video, which is a song called Hustle from Afghan Dan. Right off, I'm noticing a severe lack of visuals by Jack Wilkinson text. Secondly, Dan's not got the greatest hairline now. Look at him. Please fucking shave that horrendous trim or get yourself a ticket to Turkey, lad, so you can have a hair transplant. I'm actually begging. Despite the rinsing, though, the song's alright. I wouldn't really classify it as grime, but, still pretty fucking good. The main thing I want to focus on the channel is the second newest video, a song called Little Muppets by Afghan Dan, which is a send for no other than Little T. It baffles me that they're still sending for each other in the great year of 2023, but nonetheless, I'm going to make you feel like you're even more back into 2016 by taking the piss out of it over some gameplay. Let's get into it. Thankfully, the visuals by Jack Wilkinson text is back, and I must say he's really stepped up his game. These visuals actually look pretty fucking class, I'm not going to lie. The flow is pretty good. Afghan's definitely stepped up his game as well. I'm not hearing too many things that could really be classed as disses, but we do get a signature threat of violence.
Put both my hands round his neck and choke him.
Although it doesn't really slap us hard, and Little T is a full-grown adult, I much preferred when the threats of violence were being made against a little child. Afghan brings up the time Little T called him the N-word.
After that, try call me a nigga, been thinking you're gonna get away with it.
I'm no source nigga, might have to torture this nigga.
Pretty fucking mental. No clue how he got away with that. Afghan then mentions that Little T still has a perm.
You still can't get no girl because you're Moncler fake and you still got a perm.
I would agree that a perm is a shite trim, but then again, Dan's trim isn't looking too good either nowadays, as you could see from the previous video we talked about. That's really everything in Dan's diss that's really worth talking about, but thankfully for this video's runtime, Little T has replied. He replied on a new channel called TMTVPR. This brand channel is a lot more active than BGMedia, so give me a comment down below if you want me to take another look at that. Nonetheless, let's get into Little T's reply, simply entitled Afghan Dan Reply. Very fucking original. Shite name aside, let's get into it. Once again, the visuals are pretty good. Sadly, nothing compared to Jack Wilkinson, though. The beat and flow is pretty good, and I got to say, I rate Little T. He's changed a lot, and I'm here for it. Little T brings up that Afghan Dan does crack.
Done him while he's smoking crack, cause he likes how it tastes. This guy smokes crack, you can see it in his face.
Whether or not that's true, I have no idea. I'm not really keeping up on my BGMedia or Afghan Dan lore. What I do know is that Little T does drugs, mostly weed. I know this because he frequently posts it on his Instagram story. So maybe he's not the one who should be chatting about people taking drugs. Yes, I'm aware crack and weed aren't really comparable, but the point still fucking stands. I've got to ask, who's this random Donny in the back nodding? Little T used to do this a lot, just have some random bloke stood next to him while he dissed. I'm glad he's keeping that trend up.
Man gets smoked like I'm playing Fortnite.
Okay, he's mentioned Fortnite. I love Fortnite. Little T wins the diss war. I mean, I'm taking the piss, obviously, I love Fortnite, but I may or may not be updating it while this video is recorded so I can buy the Anakin Skywalker skin. Yeah. I'm a virgin. Anyway, that was Little T's diss. Who did I prefer? Little T's. Don't get me wrong, they're both pretty shite and incomparable to the old days when we used to threat to rape each other's little sisters.
I'm gonna rape your little sister.
Either way, Little T's was definitely better. Anyway, boys, that's today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure not to send hate to anyone in the video. It's all just a laugh. I don't actually dislike Afghan Dan or Little T. In fact, I quite rate them both really highly. So, thanks for the support. We just hit 10 subs, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it happened way quicker than I expected. So thanks for that. My KFC's been waiting downstairs in the bag while I record this video, so I'm going to go scram that now and then play some CSGO. See you later, yeah? Cheers.